Hey guys, you all there? I can't see any of my chat, so hold on. Huh, why can't I see the chat? Hey Jeff, how you doing? Found the chat. Yeah, I understand that. I know you're at work. Some of us have to work for a living. Unlike me, I just don't work. Who else is out there? I can't see. Not sure how to do that. A joke? You want a joke? Huh. Have you watched my channel? I don't joke. No, the jokes I know, this is a family channel. I hear you, Jeff. Been there. Oh, you work in a natural preserve? A natured preserve? Whereabouts? Who else is out there? Come on, guys. You want a story? What do you want to know? This is open. I have nothing planned. I was going to say that you have questions. I'll answer them within reason. A lot of people ask me questions and I can't really answer on the comments or on the videos. So I thought if I did a live, if you have any questions, maybe I can answer them for you. Hey, Robert. Oh, Cincinnati. Nice. Dr. Hobbies. Well, D's Hobbies. Hey, welcome. I'm semi-retired, so I only work 2 days a week. The rest of the time I just play on YouTube. Derek. Oh. South Dakota. Look at you. That's pretty close. Did you guys even get snow this year? I'm sure you did. So if you're new to the channel, I don't have any schedule. I just do what I want. Fortunately, being semi-retired and being able to do that, well, here I am because I can. People ask me about how do you decide what you're going to do. I really wake up every morning and go, what can I do today? Find a piece of wood and do something with it. Find a knife and do something with it. You didn't get much snow either. We literally have had about 4 inches of snow the whole of winter. Unreal. I shoveled once and it took me like 20 minutes. That's it. Never seen that here. I've been here in Minnesota just over 7 years. This is a first for me. I would like to have ice fished though. Well, more. I got to go out 3 times. 2 were a disaster and 1 was good. And that was it. That about sums up my fishing. So come on, people, ask me a question about the channel, about me, or whatever. Just remember, it's a family channel. I'm just sitting here working on different ideas. So there you go. I'm waiting on you guys. I can see there's more of you than are actually posting on here. Don't be lazy. Say hi so I know who you are. Jesse, back in the man cave. That's right. I'm either sleeping or sitting in here. Well, no, that's not true. Or in the South 40 man cave. Sheep for haze. Sheep for haze? What's that about? Jesse, what's going on? What are you doing? You know, my cottage is like, the man cave is like half of the cottage. And it's only like 8 by 8. Not a lot of room here. Knife time? What knife do you want to see, Robert? Bruno, welcome, my friend, all the way from Belgium. You know, I know nothing about those sacks. I'm learning. That are literally the 2 I own. And it has been interesting, to say the least. I'm struggling with my voice here. Thank you, Jesse. Can tell you it took me 8 hours to edit. I won't make a video that way again. What I did was I decided I was lazy. I just set up the camera and moved it around and never switched it off until I was done. Well, that leaves you with a lot of editing to do, especially when there's 3 hours of video and you got to try and get it down to, I don't know, 20 minutes. It's impossible. Thank you, Bruno. Appreciate that. No, I haven't. I've been online. You know, I go to the website for Victorinox, and you know, I start off with an idea of I want to go and look at this, and I just never get there. I land up looking at 500 other kinds and like, well, what's this? What's that? It's a rabbit hole. I need to write things down. That's why I have my book. And the Ranger 55. Look at that. I just can't believe how many they have, and that scares me. Mary is napping on the couch. We were playing earlier because I was, what was I? Oh, I was fixing my little mini hammer that I have in my whittling kit. And I decided to put some cord on. Well, as soon as there's cordage lying around and I'm wrapping it, well, there you go. She's all over that. So we spent an hour doing that. It should have taken me 5 minutes. What do you do? Oh, so the Ranger has a saw blade combo. I've yet to use my saw on the sack. I've been carrying the tinker to work when I go, and like I said, the most thing I used the most was the Phillips head. Wow. You have a you have one in your Alto tin? What else do you put in that tin? Bruno, sorry, I was talking to you. Wow. Yeah, I think I have to have a look at that Ranger. Um, I was going to sit down and actually make a list of what I would like on a Swiss Army knife. What would be my choice if I could just say to them, make this, put this on it, and that's what I want. I need to sit down and do that and then go online and get lost in the website trying to find it. I really struggle with that. I'm really easily distracted. I'm walking down this tunnel and there's a little hole here and I'm off there and then there's another one. And what the Ranger 55? Do they have like a bunch of different ranges? Sheep, I saw that. Uh, I actually thought that was what I was ordering. Didn't pay attention, got lost in the rabbit hole, came back and ordered it, and happened to order the Bushmaster rather than the Fieldmaster. And here I am. I'm not going to buy another one until I have a really good look. I can't afford these things. Tony, dude, how are you doing? Wow. Good to have you here, buddy. Look at you all. Yeah, so I'm really struggling with these guys. They're nothing but trouble for me. So much so that I get nervous when I go to the website. I really get paranoid. I'm like, I'm going to buy something. So I try and hide from it. But I got to tell you, this is pretty good. The fact that I ordered the wrong one and it came with the corkscrew, having looked at the accessories and that, I didn't even know they had all this stuff. So, you can get those, I don't know what to call them, that go into the corkscrew. Although the size of the Phillips on the Tinker, let me get it out here. Hold on. Here it is. For me, certainly at work, this screwdriver right here, for me at work, is the perfect size. And that's why I was kind of disappointed that this didn't have it. People said, it has a screwdriver on it. It's too small for me. And I'm a big fan of right tool for the right job. I've stripped too many heads out there to mess with that. So maybe, when I go looking again, I'm just going to, if it has this on it, I'm going to skip by and just look at the models that have that on it. This actually is a good idea for me for the outdoors. And that's what it'll be. This is going to be on my hip when I'm trudging around. This is what I'd carry rather than the Tinker. It has more on it. But for work, this is it. I thought it would be late there, Tony, and it's raining. We haven't even had rain. No snow, no rain. It kind of rained a little bit this morning for about, I don't know, 3 minutes, and that was it. Jesse, I saw that. Well, I didn't see it. Somebody put it in the comments that they have an inline screwdriver. Yes, I am. Glad you asked. Uh, this morning, actually, I went down to the local post office and got me a PO box. Um, when we're done here with this live, and I go and edit it, well, not edit it, but put all the information in there. From now on, in my video descriptions, it will have the PO box in there. So if you want to send me something, write me a letter, send me pictures of stuff you've done, that sort of thing, you can use that PO box now. Thanks to the doctor for that. He twisted my arm. He said, you got to do that. So, which reminds me, the knife doctor, it's his birthday today, I'm pretty sure. So you might all want to go wish him happy birthday if you have not. Good man, very good man. You want to exchange your your field master? Sheep, you want to do that? I don't know if I want to do that. I think I want to keep this and have a look and see what else I get. I appreciate the offer, but I think I want to keep it because I'm probably not going to get another one with a corkscrew. So I appreciate the offer. Thank you anyway. You see, here we go. Ranger Grip 78. I'm going to write that down. Ranger. Inline screwdriver. If I don't write it down, I'll never remember this. I no need to do that, Sheep. I'm gonna, like I said, I'm just gonna use this as my walkabout. And I want, these two are pretty close. This is for me, this is a great carry for work. And for my walkabouts, this works. To get one of these with the screwdriver, I have this. I'm going to go online and I'm like I said, I'll make notes and I'm going to stay away from the corkscrew and just look at the other options. And then as soon as I win the lottery, I'll buy it. Oh, it's a big knife? The 78? Oh. Ooh. I just have to make a bigger sheath for it, I suppose. I can't put things in my pocket. Yeah, Shiv, a lot of people, that was probably the number one comment on that video. People said undoing knots. And, the more I think about it, you're right. That would work really great for that. And, and I understand that. I just got to, I don't know what they have out there. I'm still looking. The Ranger Grip. I'll have to look at that. Tony. Yeah. There you go. Cheers. Unfortunately, I'm no longer allowed to take alcohol. Well, I can, I suppose, but my meds are, it really kicks me in the butt. Gus, the 55. Yeah, I've got that here. Oh, it has a walnut handle. You guys are killing me, man. I'm on to you, Tony. I know where you're going there. Yeah, I saw that. Uh, and I was thinking about that. I also saw that you can get, I can't remember what they said. I think it was the toothpick. You can get a ferro rod that fits where the toothpick is. And another thing I got to get is pins to go in that hole. I never understood why they put the hole there, but they don't put a pin in it. How much more could it cost them to do that? I don't know. I suppose it's pretty easy to get those pins with the little bubble on the top. Has a good saw? Yeah, I got to have a saw. The toothpick ferro can be, oh. Tell me where the wire stripper is. I got to find that. I can never remember where half the. I'm still trying to figure out how to find everything on these things. Where did I see that? No. There we go. I knew it was on either the can opener or the bottle opener. I see what you're saying. Have you tried the ferro rod? Does it give a good spark? Because I'm thinking, that's got to be pretty small. By the way, while we're talking about these, somebody mentioned you can get one of these with a steel file on it, a file for steel. Has anybody tried that? The cap lifter. We call it a bottle opener, sheep. I know, it's for all caps. Milk thistle tincture. For your liver cleanse. My liver's way past that. Okay, yeah. And yeah, hold the knife and draw instead of doing it the other way. Very cool. Oh, I don't have what was I going to say? I forgot. Thanks, Tony. Like I said, the stuff that I do, typically, the sheaths, this guy, it's just practice. And you're right, I feel a lot better about my sheets than when I first started, simply because I found easier projects, things that I found easy to do and worked that way with the sheaths. So I didn't want to get too fancy. And really, this is about as simple as you can get. You just make that barrel and stitch it onto a strap. I would like to figure out a way to make this into both a vertical and horizontal carry. Not because I like that, I like a vertical carry, but it would be cool if you could get it into one. The problem I have is when you turn it this way, where do I put it? Because you got the stitching down here, so you can't go that way. You'd probably have to add straps over here. And I don't know if I want to sew that much. I hate the stitching part. I don't struggle with it. It's boring. But you got to do it. I mean, the end result, if you do it right, is really nice. This, fragile. Bruno, the sheath. Oh, I thought you were talking about the sheath. I forgot you were talking about the liver. Uh, Barbara O'Neill. Uh, Tony, to be truthful, it's editing. I really take my time when I'm doing it. I can't. That's why I can't just show the whole video. Especially with the stitching, because you're using different colors and it really stands out. So you got to get that right. So I take my time. And I think that's one of the problems, because I have to take my time and really pay attention. I find it boring. Um, it's really easy to do the baseball stitch. It's about the most simple stitch you can do. When you put two pieces together like that, I think it's the best way to do it. There is a cross stitch, which I've done, but I struggled a bit with it, and I didn't really like the end result. I preferred the look of the baseball. The saddle stitch is a really nice way to stitch. Okay, Gus, hold on. Oh, vine climber. Okay. Horizontal carry. I'm writing all this down because I need to go and look at these things, because I'll never get them all. Oh, the ferro rod. Okay, Bruno. I'm trying to keep up with everybody. It's kind of hard. Fragile. Well, I would think it would be fragile. It's ferrocerium. It's not strong. So it's something so thin like that. That's what I was thinking. It's got to be a little fragile. So I'd be scared to strike it. Would that affect the spark? Um, I I am. I need to get out again and do a walkabout. I've been looking around. I want to go a little bit further and do a walkabout, which means I have to really plan it, because it's going to be a whole day thing. I hear you, Tony. I can't sharpen a blade. You've seen it. It's ugly. Um, with the walkabouts, if I'm doing them locally, I just grab things and go. But if I'm going to go a little bit further, like maybe a 2 or 3 hour drive, I want to make it more than just a walkabout. I want to plan a meal, maybe do a review on a knife, and make a whole day of it. So it's a little bit harder to plan. I was thinking of going out to Trout Brook, which is out in Red Wing. It's about an hour and a half away. I like it out there. I want to go and have a look at the brook, because with no snow, no rain, I don't know how well it's doing. And it's full of little brook trout, beautiful little trout, tiny little things. I like fishing for those. I just put them back. Beautiful little trout, though, and they are a challenge. So I want to go out there and have a look. That staff that I carved, I actually own a lot. Well, I've given a lot of my sticks and staffs away. Let me see if I can turn this around. Let's see. Can you see this? Jerry, I fly fish. Here are the staffs that I've kept. I was actually planning on doing a video and just going through each one quickly and show you my thought process and why I decided to do that. This one actually, I think you guys might find is interesting. Bruno, you're right. You're going to have to hold the knife and pull the rod, which I think is the correct way to use a ferro rod. You have better control. But I'm lazy. I tend to just strike. But you're right. Pulling the ferro rod on is a lot better idea. This one here is actually a multi-purpose walking staff. It converts into a three-legged stool. It's one of the first ones I ever made, but there's all different ones. I was planning, in fact, I am planning on doing a video just going through quickly a couple of my favorite ones that I've done. Let's see. Gus, what you saying, Brother George? The tortoise sack ferro rod is fine and works well. Cool. I want to have a look at that. Tony, I used to, way back home, when I say home, Zimbabwe, during my national service and around that period when I was like 18 to 25, I did a lot of, I'm going to be careful what I say here. I did a lot of shooting, hunting. We used to, for the farmers, we used to go out on the farms and hunt jackal because it was a vermin, and they used to attack the calving season. They would come and steal the calves, and we used to get paid well to do that. We used to hunt on the farms for the laborers on the farms. They would, the farmers would provide food for their laborers, and we used to go out and hunt springbuck, that sort of thing, and shoot them, and then they would give them to the workers, and so that they would have food. I've hunted pig, wild pig, nasty things, buck, but I never did a lot of it. And, after I left Zimbabwe, I haven't done any hunting since. With my medical issues now, I'm not a big meat eater. And I believe if you hunt, you eat. So I don't do that. I just fish now. And most of the time it's catch and release. Bruno, I've seen Felix's videos. I saw a lot of people mentioned it. His videos, and I want to go there and just go through all his videos, just because it interests me. And when somebody who gets that much into them, I just want to see what he does with them, and I'm fascinated by that. Thanks, Tony. I appreciate you being here, by the way, buddy. That was a nice surprise, and I missed one. Yeah, hold on, Bruno. I take my girl to the woods, and I like to. I hear you there, Bruno. I do that a lot. I go on a lot of walkabouts as much as I can. Most of them I don't film, just because they're really quick, and I'm not in the mood to film. I just want to go out there and enjoy it. I like a tarp. I love to hammock camp with just a hammock and a tarp. I like to just go walk about, make a meal, have a cup of coffee, and just enjoy the outdoors. I kind of missed that this winter. I love walking out in the snow. It's so peaceful. Gus, you retracted something. What's up, buddy? Oh, okay. Um, I have not done any gardening. I keep wanting to do it every summer. I want to make myself just a couple of small little raised garden beds out of like pallet wood and grow vegetables, your everyday vegetables. It kills me. I'm on my own to go to the grocery store and buy veggies, and half of them go bad before I get to eat them. So I was thinking if I can just do that, I can pick and eat. Um, I've grown veggies before. When I was in California, we had a house, and then I had the farm. Um, we used to grow veggies at the house, just a very basic garden, literally just threw the seeds in. Tomatoes are probably the easiest thing you can grow. They grow anywhere. uh, that zucchini is another one, big one here. I like spring onions. Uh, you know, that's the type of thing I'm looking on getting. There you go. Potatoes. I was going to say potatoes. Yeah. Um, HKM. HMK. I'm sorry. I'm with you there. Sometimes I'm not in the mood to set up the camera and plan shots and things like that when I'm out on a walkabout. Most of them are spur of the moment. I'll be out shopping or something like that, and I just grab my bag that's in my truck, and I'll stop and go for a walk somewhere. Sheep, hang in there. Maybe I'll get to it this summer. Uh, I am planning on doing that. I'm just so frustrated with wasting veggies all the time. It just kills me. It really bothers me to do that. So I'm planning on making some small raised beds. Uh, Travis, my buddy Travis, his sister and her friend every summer have vegetable gardens. I'll come home from work and there'll be a bag hanging on my door with a bunch of veggies in from their garden. So I'm going to make it all up and have them help me set up how to how to set up the actual soil and everything and go from there. Gus, I've never tried bamboo simply because I don't know where to get it, and my budget, I have to pick and choose. Um, but I'd like to own a bamboo walking stick, and I think that might be interesting. You know, I think you could do some very cool stuff with bamboo. There you go. It's exactly what I was thinking was compartments and everything. Electroculture gardening. Oh, I'm gonna have a look at that. Sheep, I hear what you're saying. I'm in Minnesota, and in winter, everything is shipped in. A lot of it from Mexico and California, and they're refrigerating it. Some of it is frozen. It gets onto the shelves, and it feels like it's just been thawed, and they don't last very long. You bring them home, and you got to eat them, and there you go. I waste a lot of money on that. Peppers. James, you're right. How you doing, buddy? That is something else that I've grown before. They're very easy to grow. HMK, appreciate that. Took forever. I was just telling everybody, 8 hours it took me to edit that video. I was up until 3 o'clock this morning editing it. You got to, I don't think people realize making the video is the easiest part of YouTube, filming it. Then you got to edit it. And you don't realize how many times you go, you got to take all that out. I can't watch somebody who talks and goes, all the time. I get frustrated. It's just a personal thing. So when I edit, I have to go through and cut all that out. And there's 10,000 of them in my videos. So I got to cut all that out. You got to edit the video. You got to shorten the video. You're trying to get it as short as you can. My problem I have with videos is when I'm showing you something that I'm doing, making this is, well, you know what I mean. This is just my little, actually my Whittler hammer. Sometimes the wood's really hard and I want to make a stop cut. I can tap in with this. It's a mini wooden hammer. But if I was to show you how I made this, it doesn't take that long to do it. But there's a lot of gaps in between the filming that you got to edit out. My problem is I want to give you the whole story. I don't like to watch fast forward videos that have really been edited heavily and skip a lot of stuff. I want to show beginning to end, because what's the point of showing you? The whole point I'm trying to get across is this is what I did. This is how I did it. You can do it. So I have to make sure you get the info you need. And that's my problem. The problem is the videos get really long. And, I used to spend hours and hours cutting a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit there, just to try and get the video shorter. I've stopped doing that. I have a better idea of what I'm filming. There you go. That's how I do it. But I have a video, 8 hours of editing on a video, doing knife reviews where you just see the knife in somebody's hands. Easy peasy. I could put 10 of those out a day, but I don't think they get anything across. I want you to know why I bought the knife and what I think of it, which hopefully will help you decide whether you really want it or not. And that's another thing. People have said to me, you should be an Amazon affiliate. You should do this. You should do that. I do this for fun. As much as I'd like to make a whole bunch of money, I don't really need it. I do this for fun. My channel is getting to the point where I'm about paying for half of what I spend to do it. But it's getting there. It's growing every day, thanks to you guys. So I don't, I have a link that I put in my descriptions, like to Smoky Mountain, Amazon, Walmart, but it's not an affiliate thing. It's another thing where a company, you can use their stuff to get a link to put it there, and you'll get like 10 cents when somebody buys it. I don't know. But I put those in. I've never looked at what my balance is on it. I'm not really worried about it. I'm just hoping that eventually my YouTube channel, the views and whatever, will pay for itself. That's all I'm looking for. Okay, Bruno, I hear what you're saying. I've heard of that. Putting a copper wire in a coil on a stick helps grow. So that's something. You might want to think of that. Well, thanks, Cheap. I feel if I show you something, to be honest, there's been very few things that I've bought that I don't like. I'm a sharp and shiny guy. If it's shiny and it's sharp, I'm going to like it. It's going to take a lot for me to say no. So I'm very picky what I buy and show you guys. But every now and again you get an oops, and if I'm not, I think you have to be honest. If I show you a knife and say, this is magnificent, you go and buy it, and the first time you pull the blade out, it falls out of the handle, you're not going to watch a video of mine again. So, you're going to get what I'm thinking. Appreciate that support, by the way, guys. Bruno, it's funny you say that about creating an origin story. People like that. 10 years ago, well, when things like TikTok and that came out, people wanted instant gratification. In the past 6 months or so, I've read some articles and just seen some videos and some discussions about what people are watching. And I hate to tell the knife guys the bad news. Nothing to do with the knives, it's the way they present them. You have that, like on TikTok, it's a minute, here you go, da, 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 da. Okay? People wanted that bang, bang, bang. They still do. But I think what I've been hearing is that people are going to YouTube because there's people out there like me who, one, I don't know how to do those, a hand this. I don't know how to make that interesting enough where I would want to watch it. But I'm also kind of a information geek. When I watch a video, I'm looking for information. I'm looking for something new. I'm looking to get something out of a video, not just, oh, that's a pretty flower. Oh, that's a cool place to be. That's a cool knife, whatever. I think, and that's what I've been hearing. People want a little bit more than that now. So the people that are on YouTube looking at reviews or just looking at channels are now looking at channels where there's a person in front of them. They can interact with that person. They feel as though that person, they know who that person is. A lot of just hand and knife stuff are starting to lose views. I've heard a lot of people say that. And I think people now actually want to interact more. Preppy, I think you're right. People want someone who's what you see is what you get. And what you hear is what that person honestly thinks. And I think more and more people want that now. And when they want a quick fix, they're going to TikTok or Shorts and that sort of thing. But more and more people are getting to well, I want more information. I want to feel a little bit more involved in what I'm watching. I'm like that. I can honestly say to you guys, I watch very few videos. Unless I'm doing research, and probably 10 channels, I subscribe and hit the bell. Other than that, I'll flip through, and it takes a lot for me to stop and watch a video. And, it's got to have more than just picture information. Tell me, what's going on. But that's just me. So that's how I feel I should present. HMK, to be honest, that's not surprising. You got to remember that people are on YouTube, okay, to make money. To do that, you have to produce videos. They get their money not just from the views and the advertising, but from affiliate links and that sort of thing. So they're influencers. They're going to look at knives that are trending. They're going to look at whatever's trending, and that's what you're going to get. Whether they like it or not, they're going to show it to you, and they're going to put it in a box and never use it. I have used every knife I've shown you in some way for at least a week, or the next time I went out, I made a point of taking it with me. I might not show it to you. I do show you on the review, but I'll take it with me on a walkabout and cut some wood. And I love to whittle. I'll sit by the side of the water and just listen to the water and destroy a stick. So I do that. Hence, I have a cupboard full of knives that are no longer new. If I wanted to get rid of them, I could sell them on eBay or Facebook or whatever. I'm not going to get nearly half my money back because I've used them. So there's scratches and things on like that. But I'm getting to the point where I'm going to have to make space. And that scares me because I got to go through all those knives and make decisions. And every one is sharp and shiny. Oops. Gregory, welcome. Netherlands, very cool. All you guys coming from all over the place. Glad to have you along. Very cool. Do you know the English dude Greencraft? I've seen him. Yes, I've seen him do that. I have a big problem with coffee. I drink way too much coffee. I love my coffee. And people have asked me, what do you carry in this bag? Or whatever pack or whatever I'm carrying. I can tell you the first thing I put in there is coffee makings. Every one of my bags has a bush box in it, a fold-up wood box. And I have a clean canteen with a nesting cup, and then coffee, and I like my coffee with sugar. So I'll have coffee and sugar. Any opportunity when I'm out there, I'll stop and make a cup of coffee. So I can see him making tea and whittling and that sort of thing. That's okay, Tony. No problem there, dude. We can see you and you're commenting. We're good with that. Welcome. So yeah, I'm a coffee fiend. In fact, interestingly enough, this is something that people don't talk about a lot on YouTube. When I say people that make videos, you get a lot of companies contacting you for, do you want to have a look at our products? And to be honest, 99% of those that I get, the first thing I think about that is, if I get it for free, will I give an honest review? I'm not sure I will. The second thing is, do I actually have a use for what they want me to look at? And then what they're asking for. Get a lot of that. And, you know, it's funny because we watch your channel and we think you're perfectly suited for it. And we make and I think the last one I got was um, plastics for fishing. And I'm like, "Mm, I fly fish. That's all I do. And ice fish. The plastics they're talking about are for bass people, bass fishing, casting rods and that." And I'm like, no, no thanks. For one, I don't know a lot about it. Two, I don't do it. So for me to do a review on that, no. But my point is this: I just had a company contact me, and they have a. I thought this was cool, and I'm on the fence. I want one. uh, it's a portable coffee maker, like a cappuccino type thing, where you just put the water in and everything, and it's got a battery in it, and it heats the water and everything, makes the coffee, and it's like this big, and it makes all these different, the fancy foo coffee with like a Starbucks thing or a Keurig. You don't have to. You can use grounds. And they asked me if I'd like to show that. I was like, no, I just want one. I'll see. I'll have to decide on that. It would be nice. Gregory, I don't trust tools if they don't have a scratch on it. True story, right there. Gadget Gus. Gus, I like I'm not a Starbucks, what I call foo coffee. I want black coffee, strong black coffee that has good flavor, coffee flavor. Don't make strawberry or vanilla or whatever those things. No, just black coffee with some sugar, nice and strong, and I'm good to go. I don't like the foofy stuff. So yeah, you're right. Tyler, Coco. Yes, I fish. I don't hunt anymore. You missed that one. I did a long time ago, but I am a junkie ice fisherman. I and a junkie fly fisherman. Mainly fly fishing. If there's a puddle on the side of the road, I'll get my fly rod and give it a go. And I'll fish for anything. And I have caught everything on my fly rod. Self-taught, hacker, but surprisingly, I do pretty good. I don't get skunked nearly as much as I used to. After 30, 40 years of doing it, I've kind of figured some things out. So, yep, I'm a big fly fisherman. Sheep. Can't believe you posted that. Folgers is in the air. Dude. You know what? Been there. I actually have the little Folgers packs, the one dippy things. Really convenient when you're out there. You just boil the water and dump that in there, and you're good to go. Hey, coffee is coffee. Can't believe you posted it though. Nescafe gold sachets for the woods. Nescafe, isn't it like a chocolate thing? I do fly fish a lot. Summer's coming, spring is in the air. I even fly fished a couple of weeks ago. I just couldn't bear the fact that I couldn't ice fish because there was no ice. Big fly fisherman. Love to go out there. If I go camp, I'm going to fly fish. So I'll go where there's water, I can fly fish. I can tie my own flies. I have fly tying stuff and everything. Don't have the time. It is a fun thing to do. It's just easier for me to stop at Cabela's on the way out and buy 3 or 4 of my favorite flies. I should tie more. I just have got away from it. Ice fishing. You know, here's what I'm going to do. When I get to, I don't know, you guys give me a number of subscribers, the following winter, we'll do an ice fishing trip. You know, if you've never done it, it's an experience. I know my buddy Travis will come along with it. He loves to ice fish. Could probably get some of my other buddies from around here and we maybe make a weekend of it, go somewhere and ice fish where we know we can catch stuff. Jerry, you falling into the trap of fly fishing. Oh, no, you don't. Okay. I was about to say, I have caught more bass than anything else on my fly rod. I've caught a lot of trout, a lot of crappie, pike, bullheads, redfish, you name it. I've caught it on a fly. Surprisingly, flies that are very similar, and all the different fish have gone for it. Greg, I'm glad you brought that up, okay? For those of you that don't know, I have a website. It's called The Novice Survivalist. And when I started that, I was going back to basics and learning survival and safety out in the woods. One of the reasons was I was going back into the woods on my own, kayak camping, walkabouts, in the middle of nowhere on my own. And I wanted to make sure I was safe. And I did a lot of reading. You just brought up something about medical kits and moral support. You guys that are into survival and that sort of stuff, I'm going to tell you something, bug out, prepping, whatever you want to call it. The number one thing that'll save you in most situations is mental. It's in your head. You have to be 100% mentally prepared to do what it takes to survive. If you're mentally prepared, you're not going to, and you're not going to get all dizzy and, the world's falling apart. You probably will survive wherever you are. It is the number one thing that'll get you through any bad situation, is being mentally strong and prepared. Sheep, 8K subs for the trip. There's no ice, dude. I catch a lot of bluegill and green sunfish around here. Bruno, yeah. I did a lot of prepping. No, well, that's not true. I didn't go out and buy all sorts of stuff. I made sure that whenever I was going out into the woods or wherever, I had everything I need that I could survive for 72 hours. Dave Canterbury came up with that 10 cc's list. It's a very good list, and he's modified it. I modified it to suit me, but it's a great starting point for what you need to have with you if you want to survive. In this day and age, with all the technology out there, 9 times out of 10, you get into a bad situation, you can contact somebody. or somebody knows when you go out, you've let them know, I'm going camping, I'll be back on Thursday, and make a plan to just text them on Thursday when you get home. Home, it's all you got to do. When they don't get that text on Friday, they know something's wrong. So Dave Canterbury's 10 cc's is not a long-term survival situation. It's a 72-hour survival situation. And that's typically what it takes to be rescued today. Bruno, yeah, I hear what you're saying. He has his moments. Okay. That 10 cc's list, though, was a good start point for me. Kayak. I have a Hobie kayak that I fly fish from. I love Corporal's Corner. That dude is awesome. He grew quickly. I watched him years and years ago when he was, at like 3,000 or 4,000 subs. I do like Cold Cracker. Very knowledgeable man there. And I like the way he does his videos. Sheep. You're right. I don't know how many of you guys. I'm losing my. Hold on. I got a drink. I'm losing my voice. You're making me talk too much. If you guys like to watch guys do bushcrafty stuff, make things, build stuff, and who are knowledgeable and like a well done video, you got to watch TA Outdoors. I've never missed a video from him. Yep, you're right. You need to have 72 hours of water. It's mousy. You don't want to do that. Really. We had to have that one, right? It's always fun. TA Outdoors. A lot of what I've learned about making videos and how to film them, his videography is unbelievable. His videos are long, sometimes an hour long. I've yet to be bored in one of his videos. Mousy, no. If you don't have anything good to say, then I'm sorry. TA Outdoors is easy to listen to, but his filming, his videography is awesome. You can't beat it. It must take him hours to do it, hours and hours to do it. And then the editing, which is probably why he has 2-point-something million viewers. I wish. Great guy. You go back and look at some of these builds that he did. He's built like Saxon houses and a little village and a pretty, I don't want to say fancy bushcraft fort, but a good fort. Bruno, I've seen both those guys, Ken Survival and a Bloke in the Woods. There's a couple of guys out there, some very knowledgeable guys out there. I I watch a lot of the videos and sometimes I get frustrated because I don't have access to like willow. It's not that common out here. Um, and it's a really handle thing. Hey, Lacey Lace, there you are, young lady. I was waiting for you. um, it's and I watch people dig in the ground and it's soft and mushy and it's very green and white. It's different, yeah. In winter we get a lot of snow, a lot, and the temperatures can get down low in the negatives. In summer, it gets hot and muggy here. Ground gets hard. Spring and autumn is the only time you can really do stuff. So I love watching those videos, but I'm like, oh, I wish we had that wood here. Okay. Gregory, dude, that concerns me. You live, you 6 meters below sea level? Oh, Netherlands. Okay. Dikes, lots of dikes. Uh, thank you, dear. I'm glad you're here. I was wondering if you were going to stop by. I know you've been busy. um, Number one thing with filtering water, no matter how good your filter is, boil it. Can't beat boiling. There you go, Bruno. Right next door, right? Um, you know, I lived in California for 25 years, more than 25 years. There are some really beautiful places in California. You don't really get to see them that much. Everybody thinks of California as LA, San Francisco, San Diego, big cities, overcrowded. And yeah, they are. And certainly some of the surrounding areas suffer for it. You go up to the Bay Area and north of there, it's beautiful up there. The redwoods, even the inland is beautiful. There's water up there, unlike in Southern California. The only thing I liked about Southern California were the beaches. I used to go fly fish and the surf a lot. Nice there. I lived kind of up in the foothills of San Diego, away from San Diego, but in San Diego County. I decided to come to Minnesota because it's a four-season state. Never done that. Never lived in a four-season state. So there you go. You're right there, Lacey. I have all the water filters and everything that you need, and I use them. I'll use that water to wash dishes and stuff like that. But I'm going to drink it, I'm going to boil it. The only place I haven't done that is up in the boundary waters. The water up there is so clean. You just put it through a regular. I use a Katadyn filter, and it's good. Yeah, you got to boil. It'll kill anything. Nothing survives the boiling. Um, so yeah, boil your water. The problem is you can't. It will affect you if you're stuck somewhere for a week or two and you're living on boiled water, not living on it, but that's what you're drinking. It's going to affect your stomach. You're going to have problems because it takes everything out of it. Um, you need to add to it. So, get some dirt and just put it in a little bit in there, and salt, whatever. Add mineral to it. Oh, hold on. Sheep, I hear what you're saying. I don't use them for survival or bushcrafty stuff. I like a saw. Got to find it. This is not going to do much for you, size wise. You could probably saw through something that thick. It's going to take you a while, and if you're desperate, this will work. What I use them for is, like you said, is for whittling. If I want to make a big stop cut in a staff, it's really easy to use this to just zip around and you've got a nice stop cut. Things like that, I use them for whittling, or small tinder, small branch, just cut it off, and then cut it into pieces and use a knife to split it up and make, feathery sticks and stuff like that. No. Lacy Lace, the South Florida only has one season, really humid. Alejandro, appreciate you stopping by, brother. You be safe. To be honest, the sticks I'm even sawing with these guys are, I can break. I can get through with a knife. I don't know if you've seen me, what I call the little rosebud, where you just slicing in and go all the way around and just snap it out. But the problem is when I'm whittling, I want clean cuts. And a saw can do that for you for a nice, when you have to do a lot of wood removal, but you need a stop cut. You want a big stop cut. And a saw, just a zip around there, you can do it a lot quicker, and it gives a nice clean cut. Electrolytes, yep. Chlorine. Gus, good night, brother. Get a good night's sleep. Be safe. Thank you, sir. You be safe. It was good to have you here. Thank you. I'm not going to stay on too long. It's getting later and I need to eat soon. So, but I was texting with the knife doctor this morning. He texts me, well, whenever he goes to this grocery store and he sees spam, he takes a picture, texts me a picture of it. There you go. He said, look, found you again. We were talking this morning and he asked me if I was going to do a live. I forgot to text him. My bad. But you guys need to get a hold of him. I believe it's his birthday today, so I don't want to bother him. He's probably having family time. So there you go. The Knife Doctor, I love that guy. One of the channels I do watch. I learn from him. And the knowledge he has on what knives are what, he gets these knives in the mail, picks it up and he goes, oh, this is this. I bet you. Opens up your hands. What's for dinner? Beef. Isn't that what they say? No, I'm probably going to have pasta with marinara sauce and some garlic bread. Jerry, I hear what you're saying. Do I really batten? I don't personally batten a lot, but there are a lot of people that do. And you got to be sure of your knife if you're going to do that. You got to have the blade for it. When knives are thin, like an opinel, I have a little battening thing here, But this is my little whittling hammer. If I have a hard piece of wood and I'm struggling to get a stop cut in there, I'll use this to bang on the knife. But I'm not taking a good swat at it, that's for sure. Spam is what's for dinner. I'm not allowed to eat it anymore, dude. Doctor will shoot me. Joe X knife testing. I watched one of his videos once and I was like, dude, he's brutal. Gregory, all my bags. I have a first aid kit. I am on blood thinners, so I do have to have quick stop, bleed stop. And I have, I buy a very basic one. This is actually one from work that we get from the safety department for doing chores and that. It was pretty good. I've added to it. I don't carry a lot, not like what I used to with splints and stuff like that. I just am not out there that much and for that long a period where I'm concerned about that. But I have mainly bleed stop stuff, band-aids, bandage, the normal stuff, histamine. You know what I'm talking about. DL, you be safe, sir. Thank you to the both of you for watching. Dutch Bushcraft boys. You know what? You want to know why they're popular? They're personable. Is that the word I'm looking for? They're fun to watch. They just look like they are having a good time. And I think people like that. Oh, good tip there, Lacey Lace. Thank you. Maybe I should have that in my kit. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, isn't that a good tip? Never thought about that with the pepper. And it's something that you can probably get at the store. So, very cool. Can't believe this. All you guys have stopped by. When the knife doctor originally called me out a couple of weeks ago, yeah, I think I've got it. I've got to get that. I have to get it. I can literally poke myself in the finger with a pin, just a little prick. And I have to put a Band-Aid on it at work because it'll drip. You can't have that at work. I hear you there, Jerry. Yeah. Thank you, Jerry. I appreciate your support. Yeah, I was saying the knife doctor convinced me to. I have never considered doing live video. Um, I just happened to see the knife doctor and I. We chat now and again. I really like him. He's a wonderful man. Um, he put out that little thing saying, "George, you need to show your pocket dump and whatever." To be honest, I know nothing. I knew nothing about live. I still don't. Still learning. Uh, I thought, oh, okay, I'll figure it out quickly. But I just went on and did it and landed up being on there for an hour and a half. I was horrified. Well, what do? You get up, you go to work, you come back, and you see a live thing, and here we are. I'm no expert on this. Oh, well, appreciate it. Um, if somebody had said to me 5 years ago I'd be sitting here doing this, I would have laughed at them. Nothing I ever considered. But it's like now that I've been doing YouTube for a while, I try to I try to answer all my comments. It's not easy, getting more and more. But I try to answer everybody. Getting a lot of subscribers, a lot of comments on the videos. And I feel if somebody takes the time to watch my video and comment, I should at least answer them. Even if it's just a thank you, appreciate your support. I need a drink of water. Because I do that, I think it gives you the opportunity to see who watches your channel a lot. What are we explaining? What I'm trying to explain is that what made it easy for me on that first live was seeing all the names that I recognized from comments. It made it easier, and I thought this is a great way to answer any questions on a more personal thing. It's just a better way to communicate than comments. Well, appreciate that, sir. Greg, be safe. So live, I think I need to do one now. Now I feel I need to do one at least once a month. There's my man. Look at that thing. For you that don't know, Adventure Outdoors just joined us. The Alpha Towel. I was lucky enough to be given one. Steve, how you doing there, buddy? Steve at Adventure Outdoors, I think, was my third subscriber. My first two subscribers were my two daughters. That's how long he's been around. Oh yeah. You want to go and have you want a good laugh? Go watch Adventure Outdoors. He also has some great drone stuff and e-bike stuff and camping and just general stuff. Great channel. Great guy. Am I okay? Yeah. I made a video this morning, so I was talking a lot there. Now I've just been talking for an hour and a half, so struggling with my throat. And I need to eat with my meds and everything like that. And because I don't eat a lot of protein, meat, and that sort of thing, because of my diet, I have to eat every like 3 hours. I'm behind the power curve. So I'm okay. I'm not going to drop over or anything like that. To be honest, I find it really hard to commit to a certain day of the week to do something on YouTube. Will, I appreciate it, Betty. It's hard for me to do that for a number of reasons. Although I work part-time, I volunteered with them to cover shifts if they need me. And that happens quite a lot. The guys in the maintenance department work 12-hour shifts. I did that for a long time with them. And, sometimes we're shorthanded and guys need to go for personal stuff and things like that. When I decided to work part-time for them, they asked if I would do that, and I said sure. So committing like that is really hard. Plus, it puts a lot of pressure on me. I do YouTube because I enjoy it. If I start having to meet a schedule on it, I don't know if I'm going to enjoy it. If I get up in the morning and I'm like, I'm not feeling a video right now, I don't make one. But I do have like a short out there that I keep hidden, and I'll just put the short out, just so that everybody knows I'm still breathing. I missed you there, Steve. I can't remember. I think you've done lives, Steve. I haven't seen a live from a long time. And that reminds me, I've got the bell on your channel and I don't get updates. So when you post, I'm not getting the bell anymore. I've had to like unsubscribe and then do it again. And then it gets there. I don't know what's going on. YouTube's not doing a good job with that. Bruno, thank you. Appreciate your support. You be safe. Lacey, I hear you there. This is monetized. You can go ahead and before you go live, just make it a monetized video. Never done that before. And, I don't know how well it does. I know that shorts, there's no money in shorts unless you're producing 3-4 million views every short. I make about 10 cents a month on shorts. I just want my channel to pay for itself. So, and, like I was saying earlier on, before you came on, my channel's starting to grow now where, I'm almost paying for half of what I spend on YouTube. Actually, Steve warned me about that, but there you go. But yeah, it does help. Where is Mary? Hold on. napping? Come here. Come on. Sorry. I went to check on Mary because you're right, she hasn't been anywhere, but she sleeps for 23 hours a day on the couch in my spot. So if you're wondering where she is. Manuka honey. No, I don't know what that is. I'll have to have a look at that. Thank you, Bruno. You be good, sir. Yeah, I'm with you, Lacey. You know, I do YouTube for a couple of reasons. One, if I see something or do something and I thought, I think to myself, you know what? My daughters would love this, what I've done, whatever it is. And I would let them know and send them pictures. And then they wanted videos, and so it went on. And my eldest advised me to get a YouTube channel so that they could just subscribe and I could send videos. Z-Man, how you doing? Ha! The knife doctor sent you. Good man. Yeah, as I was saying, I like making videos and I like sharing things that interest me. The money side was never part of it. When I started doing more and more knife reviews, that really affects your budget. But if I was careful and I keep a good watch on my budget, I don't get crazy. And there's a reason I like Rough Rider and marbles and all that stuff, because they suit my budget. So I try to keep it that way. That's why Victoria Knox worries me. Spam hats, you can get them online at the Spam Factory shop. If you type in Spam Museum, they have a gift shop. You can get all sorts of spam stuff on there. Thank you, buddy. Steve, appreciate it. Steve, you were one of my biggest fans who got me where I am. You've always supported my channel, and I really appreciate that. You've helped me a lot. I can remember you commenting on when I used to go kayak camping way back when I was still in California. You were watching the videos and me camping and all that good stuff. Been around for a while now, you have. Appreciate it. Thank you for the money there, buddy. Gonna go and buy me a Rough Rider knife now. Lacey, I have to be in the mood to look for a knife. And I'm not one of those of, the next drop. I don't really care about that stuff. Knives, I love knives. Sharp and shiny, can't get away from them. But I know my limits on what I can spend. I have to feed Mary, so if I get out of control, she doesn't eat. So I feel your pain. Um, I have somebody who makes my mugs for me. Uh, she also does this stuff and t-shirts. Uh, but it's really hard for her. She's really got busy with some bigger stuff, and you know she can't get to it. Um, Spoke to her the other day, and she said she'll get me some mugs, and hopefully she can get them done for me, and I can get them out. I know I owe people mugs, so I got to get those out. Jerry, I hear you there about Opinel. I love Opinel. uh, I order maybe 3 Opinels a month. That's because I'm modding them, and people like those. Haven't done one in a while. I'm thinking about doing one. I had an idea the other day, and I thought that'll be a nice little mod to do. Nothing fancy, fancy. Um, so, and I just like modding them. I just and it doesn't cost me a fortune. $20 for a number 9 is not going to break the bank for me. So, and it keeps me busy for a couple of days. EDC, I think you're right, Lacey. There's a lot of knife companies out there that feel they own you. It's unfortunate. Um, but, what do you do? If you want the knife, you got to deal with it. You see, um, the most expensive knife I've ever bought is $100. And it's the knife I've used the most, believe it or not. This guy, Knives of Alaska, camp knife. Love this knife. Need to clean it. Oh, yeah, I need to clean it. I know. That's because it's got oil on it and my sheath was dirty. Ha! Best knife I own. There you go. Knives of Alaska. A D2 steel, and it's called the Bushcraft knife. Jerry, I've thought about making a fixed blade knife from an Opinel. The problem is they don't have a tang. So you'd have to extend the tang, and I haven't found a way that I think is good enough to make a fixed blade without having to weld it or something. It is, Jerry. It's a great knife. Best knife I own. Can do every camp chore you need it to do. And it's solid. Great knife. Might want to look him up. Knives of Alaska. That's D2 steel. Really? Yeah, that knives of Alaska, you know what? You can't beat that knife. A lot of people have, people pronounce it differently. Camelus is how I pronounce it. Um, I Their knives and everything are fine. There's no problem with them. For me, they'll do what I need them to do. I I don't like titanium. I don't know. It's just a personal thing. Oh, somebody was asking about testing knives, saying something about battening and testing knives. When I do a review and I show you the knife cutting stuff or battening or cutting wood, whatever I'm doing, that's what I'm going to use it for. So that's how I test it. All right, peeps. It's getting late now. I need to go eat. I'm struggling. I will say this. Thank you to everybody who came on. Do me a favor, go over to the knife doctor, wish him a happy birthday, tell him I forgot to text him. Random dude, I own some mam knives. Great little knives. I think I did a review on them. There was a time when I looked at a bunch of European knives. I was looking at Opinel. I was looking at Antonini. I was just going around countries and seeing what were popular knives, and I came across mam. I've got their little knife and fork kit. I've got their regular little folders. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Gregory, you be safe. Random dude, you are welcome, sir. You too, Edie, C, and Lace. Lacey, you be good. You be safe. Hug the children, please. Steve, are you still there? You all be safe out there. Gotta go. What can I tell you? Thank you again for everybody stopping by. Got to do this again. Steve, I have got to get down there to you. We're going to go fish or something. James, thank you. Thank you, CJ. Appreciate the support. I hear you there, Gregory. Z-Man, you be good. Be safe out there. Thank you. Bush camp. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, Steve, I think I might do that. I just got to get all my stuff together and get organized, and then I'll get a hold of you. We'll set up time. Maybe I'll come down and spend a weekend down there. We can go. I want to go fish down there with you. But I have my fly rod and you fishing in the surf. In San Diego wasn't too bad. The sharks weren't that big. Where you are, they are. I don't know, maybe in the brackish water I can fly fish in there or something. Would be good. I'll let you know. You be safe, sir. Jerry, be safe. See you all soon. Jerry, appreciate it. We'll talk to you later, and thank you again. You all be safe out there. I don't know how to stop. Yeah.